Hasn't your mother always told you to look both ways before crossing the road? Mine has. But what she failed to tell me is that if you fall in a rocking chair, you'll wind up with 48 stitches. Well, I guess if you give a mouse a cookie. Anyway, today I'll be talking about how to avoid and survive the horrors of falling onto a rocking chair and splitting your leg open. Some advisements to achieve this goal are the oh-so-obvious looking before you jump, and finding a hospital that won't let you sit and decay before you get treated. We've all experienced pain in some way or another. Breaking a bone, cutting a finger while slicing carrots, or even jamming a ligament. We've all seen it on Grey's Anatomy. But my trip to the ER wasn't just a TV show, it was crap. My brother had been mowing my neighbor's lawn, and I had decided to gracefully jump over the fence to see my dogs who were freaking out at the lawn mowing noise. When I went to jump back, I realized that this side didn't have any footholds. So I asked my brother to pull over a chair. He pulled over a black, metal, normal-looking chair, or so I thought. As I swung one leg over, I didn't even think to look down at my impending doom. As my other leg came over, I felt this sense of dread as my whole world tilted the wrong way. I'm pretty sure the makers of America's Funniest Videos would have been proud of my performance. However, at this point, I realized that this was way worse than it was when I felt this warm liquid running down my leg way too fast to be normal. Thus beginning our adventure to Mercy CR. Running and locking myself in the bathroom for half an hour seemed like the right thing to do as shock settled into me. Once my mom finally got me out, I was rushed to Mercy Hospital like my eyeballs were on fire. When I got there, though, they made me this makeshift bed out of the hospital chairs that were not even budget cuts. And as if to say, hey, I know you're bleeding to death, but here's a makeshift bed for 5 hours while we help the lady with the broken toenail. So like I said, 5 hours later, I decided to write my obituary because I was going to die when my friend's mom called and said that they could operate on me right now, right then. I'm pretty sure there's still a clump of my hair in that bed where my mom yanked me and dragged me out to that other hospital. Although the hospital situation was fixed, I still had one problem. Who was going to die trying to stick me with a needle? We got to the hospital and they assessed my cut, which I had yet to see because I knew that if I looked at it, they wouldn't need to save me anymore. I'd be dead. They took me back into a room and put a heart rate monitor into my finger. The doctor walked in with his humongous needle, and all of a sudden there was this annoying frenzied beeping in the room. It was the heart rate monitor. Did I need to be stuck? No. Did I want to be stuck? No. Was I going to be stuck? Wait for it. No. Finally, they decided that the best situation was to just put me under. They led me into this room, a really, really cold room, by the way, and laid me down on a very cold bed. There was a nice man above me who smelled like peppermint and soda. The next thing I know, I'm waking up and thanking the whole entire staff. Everybody. Even the heart rate monitor. The first words I said were, I want Mickey D's stat. Needless to say, my tragic 6 hours were over. I realized that, so even after getting McDonald's and forgetting the horrors of having to wait 6 hours to be operated on, I knew that never again would I be climbing over a fence, not even those roped ones at the park. I realized that with life, it's not seeing about who can finish first or jump over a fence without looking at the ground to see what's under you, but making sure that you notice the little things, even if it is just a little missing black bar that stabilizes a chair. Looking before you jump and making sure the hospital you go to following that mistake, like me, is a good one, will help you when you think that you don't need to notice little things, and is a good way to ensure the least amount of discomfort possible. That stupid fence taught me more than I ever thought it was. And after 48 stitches and a nasty scar, I know that not looking before you jump will be just the same as if you were crossing the street. You can't only look forward. There are things passing on either side of you, and even if they are just little things.